Hey everybody, it's Mike again. Welcome back to my channel. This tonight is going to be my April... Oh, I can never get it right whenever I try to say it. This is my April book haul. I did not mean to buy as many books as I did in April, but I really did buy quite a lot of books, and they're all in physical form, not on Kindle. So I'm going to try and speak quickly tonight, and I'm also going to try and read the back of all the books for you, because I have to be quick because Westworld is starting soon and I don't want to miss it. I kind of want to watch it live, but it would be nice to fast forward through some adverts, so it's okay if I'm like 5 minutes late. We'll see how this goes. So, quite a mixed bag this month. Not too mixed, but kind of, you'll see what I mean. The first one for this month, I'm going to start with what I'm currently reading. It is Love, Simon by Becky Albertalli, or it's the Simon versus the Homo-Sapiens agenda. So this is about Simon Spear is 16 and trying to work out who he is and what he's looking for, but when one of his emails to the very distracting Blue falls into the wrong hands, things get all kinds of complicated, because for Simon, falling for Blue is a big deal. It's a holy freaking huge awesome deal. I had to say that in American voice, I'm sorry, because it's so American. Straight people should have to come out too. The more awkward it is, the better. So funny. Love, Simon, you've probably seen the film trailers, and this book is making the rounds quite a bit on BookTube at the moment. And rightly so, because it's really good. I saw the film last week and wanted to go see it again, and it is, so far, I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. It's about Simon. He is gay and he has his group of friends, and he's just navigating high school, having this big secret that kind of gets taken away from him, and it's a really easy read so far, but very much enjoying it and looking forward to finishing it and looking forward to seeing the film again, I'm not gonna lie. Woo! What else have we got this month? So I went to the works earlier on in the month, and I did do some purchasing, accidental spending, fell over at the cash desk, my card fell into the chip and pin machine, and then my fingers accidentally landed on my pin number, and then I got a receipt and they came home with all these books. The first of which is Half of a Creature from the Sea, A Lifetime in Stories by David Almond. Now, this caught my eye because the cover I thought was really pretty. Which is very, what's the word? I don't know, honest of me. I like a pretty cover. It's about a story is a journey, every word is a footstep, a story is a life. This is a powerful collection of short stories by a master storyteller, interwoven with illuminating autobiographical pieces on the inspirations behind the fiction. So I just really like the idea of this book. It's a collection of short stories, so it is fiction, but there is autobiographical, ooh, fell over that, little snippets in between, and he kind of talks about what influenced the stories, and I like that. I like that actually you learn about somebody through the stories they've written. That's what I'm enjoying a lot about Philip Pullman's book of essays. So I fancied this, and I kind of wanted to broaden my reading horizons this year, and this could be one of the ways I could do it. The next purchase, speaking of Philip Pullman actually, from the works, is a book by Nicholas Tucker. It's called Darkness Visible. It's Philip Pullman and his Dark Materials. It's kind of an essay, I guess, is what it says. What do Philip Pullman and J.K. Rowling have in common that has made both of their stories so successful? What does Pullman listen to while he writes, and who or what is dust? Pullman's award-winning trilogy, His Dark Materials, has been appreciated by readers of all ages. It is now set to welcome new fans as it is adapted for television by the BBC in 2018. The first part of his long-awaited new trilogy, The Book of Dust, will also see publication. Nicholas Tucker, a leading authority on children's literature, writes about the man he knows as a friend and explores the world of science, theology, imagination and adventure that Pullman has created. This includes a personal interview with Pullman himself and offers a unique exploration of the author's work. So I love His Dark Materials, and I love The Book of Dust, and I'm loving his book of essays, Demon Voices. So this felt like a natural thing for me to buy, and it was really cheap. It was like £1.50 and had to be done. I've had my eye on it a few times, I've been into the works, and now it's gone. It went so cheap I couldn't not. I had to have it. Another little essay. So not just fiction this month. Whilst also at the works, I'm going to try and hold this up because it's a collection of books. This is the Tallinn Saga. This is by Julie Kagawa. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I really hope I am. I have to hold it steadily because this is 4 books. This is the whole set of novels in a little paper sleeve. And funnily enough, I'm going to hold up the first one for you. That's a bit easier. This is Talon. It's quite pretty. Dragon scales. I sent a sample of this to my Kindle a long time ago. I haven't got around to reading it yet, but I know that I fancied it. So when I saw these 4 books in the works on the table, they were the only ones there of these 4. The rest of them were other box sets, and I thought, oh, what's this little gem? And picked it out, and I was like, no way! I wanted this for such a long time. And the works does box sets incredibly well, and I was really pleased. And so I'll read out what the first one's about. There are a dozen soldiers hiding in that maze, all hunting you, all looking to kill you. Oh, that's a good quote. To the outside world, Ember Hill is an ordinary girl, but Ember has a deadly secret. A dragon hiding in human form, she is destined to fight the shadowy Order of St. George, a powerful society of dragon slayers. St. George soldier Garrett is determined to kill Ember and her kind, until her bravery makes him question all he's been taught about dragons. Now, a war is coming, and Garrett and Ember must choose their sides, fight to save their bond, or fulfill their fate and destroy one another. The Tallinn Saga begins. Oh, I just really fancied this. I understand why I fancied it, but based on that little back there. And I'm not going to read the rest to you because I don't want to spoil the rest of the series for myself. Because sometimes I haven't read these. I don't know if they're any good. If you have, please read them. Comment below. Tell me what they're like, but don't spoil it. So there's one called Rogue, which is nice and blue. There's one called Soldier. We've gone yellowy orange there, and we've gone green. This is called Legion. So yeah, I just thought this was a bargain buy, and hopefully I'm gonna like them. They're really lovely looking, and they sound right up my street. So I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to that. I may read a bit of fantasy next, actually. The next one I bought was... Oh, I've been fancying this for a long time, and loads of people on BookTube and on my Instagram have been talking about it. I had to cave in and get it in the end. This is Children of Blood and Bone by Toni Adeyemi. I can never know how to say these authors' names. I am so sorry, people. It's not my ignorance, I promise. I just can't pronounce things. And if I can't pronounce things in books, whilst I'm reading a book, if I can't pronounce something, I just kind of make it up, and then it just stays that way throughout. Kind of make up the names of places. On the back it says, they killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. Oh, I can't wait for this. I'm really excited. It's got a map at the beginning, which looks glorious, and I've just been wanting to buy this for a really long time, and it's being spoken about very highly, so I'm looking forward to this. Look at the glorious cover as well. Oof. Nice. Now then, okay. I'm going to peel off the price of this one because this one I bought yesterday. The only thing I don't like about WH Smith is they put stickers on all of their books. And they sometimes leave marks, and that's not okay. I like my books to look really nice. That's not a bad thing. I have to be quick now. I've just seen the time. This is a book that I bought yesterday. From WH Smith. This is He Said, She Said by Erin Kelly. I have had my eye on this for a long time, a really long time, and I've kept putting it off, and it went cheap in Smith's, so I bought it this week. I had to buy it. On the back it says this. In the hushed aftermath of a total eclipse, Laura witnesses a brutal attack. She and her boyfriend Kit call the police, and in that moment, 4 lives change forever. 15 years on, Laura and Kit live in fear. And while Laura knows she was right to speak out, she also knows that you can never see the whole picture. Something is always hidden, something she could never have guessed. You know I love a crime at 9 thriller, and this looks like it's got a lot more going on. And I have to say that a couple of the quotes got me. Ruth Ware thinks it's gripping, and I love Ruth Ware's books. And Claire McIntosh has got written here, I'm calling it, "This is the book I wish I'd written." So that, if that's not a really good recommendation, then I don't know what is. So I am looking forward to this when I get to my crime at 9 mood. And now, I'm going to have to talk quick about these. If you've watched my April vlog, I will link the videos below. They are going online this week, I promise. If you've watched them, you will know that I have been buying some Doctor Who novels. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen some of them already. I've got some new Target Doctor Who novels. You can see I've gone a little bit bonkers, and I didn't just buy one or two. I've bought 6. Of course I have. What's wrong with me? But I'm going to show you which ones I've got, and I'm going to tell you them in order of Doctor. Yes. The first one I've got is Doctor Who and the 10th Planet. This is by Jerry Davies. And look at the Mondasian Cybermen on the front of that. Ooh. I'm sorry, but that is stunning. I can't wait for this. The back. The TARDIS brings the Doctor and his friends to a space tracking base in the Antarctic and straight into trouble. A space mission is going badly wrong and a new planet has appeared in the sky. Mondas, ancient fabled twin planet of Earth, has returned. Soon its inhabitants arrive, but while they used to be just like the humans of Earth, now they are very different. Devoid of emotions, their bodies replaced with plastic and steel, the Cybermen are here. Humanity needs all the help it can get, but the one man who seems to know what's going on is terminally ill. As the Cybermen take over, the Doctor is dying. Woo! I bought this one because I am not that familiar with the adventures of the first Doctor, and I've watched his first story, I can't remember what it's called, but the very first Doctor Who story, I've watched those episodes. I haven't watched any more. And I loved Twice Upon a Christmas this year, which featured David Bradley playing the first Doctor. And so this felt like a natural book for me to try, because I wanted to try reading a Doctor Who book with a Doctor that isn't familiar with me, that I'm not familiar with, sorry. So I fancied this, and plus I love the Cybermen, they freak me out. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So that's the first one. The second one I bought is one of the new releases from the Target book collection, Doctor Who, City of Death. This is a story by David Fisher and Douglas Adams and written by James Goss. This is featuring the 4th Doctor. And this one says, the key to Earth's destruction lies buried in its past. Visiting Paris in 1979, the Doctor and Romana's hopes for a holiday are soon shattered by armed thugs, a suave and dangerous count, a plot to steal the Mona Lisa, and a world-threatening experiment with time. Teaming up with a British detective, the Time Lords discover that a ruthless alien plot hatched in Earth's prehistory has reached its final stage. If Scaroth, last of the Jaggeroth, cannot be stopped, then the human race's history, along with all life on Earth. Again, I haven't read or seen very much about Tom Baker's Doctor, so I wanted to challenge myself to a bit more of Doctor Who's history, because I'm a new Whovian. But you know what, there's such a rich history going on, I wanted to give it a try, and this has just been released, and so that was why I bought this one. And it does look stunning, look at that picture. I don't know, will it focus? I'll try and get it to focus for you. And that's a really cool picture. Look at my pile of books here. The next one is The Christmas Invasion, which is written by Jenny T. Colgan, and this features David Tennant, 10th Doctor, and it says here, Earth is under attack by power-hungry aliens. This is no time for the Doctor to be out of action. When a British space probe is intercepted by a sinister alien vessel on the eve of Christmas, it marks the beginning of an audacious invasion of the Earth by the Sycorax, horrifying marauders from beyond the stars. Within hours, a third of humanity stands on the brink of death with not a single shot fired. Our planet needs a champion, but the Doctor is not fit for service. He's just regenerated, delirious in a new body and a dressing gown. Forced into his battered shoes, his friend Rose Tyler, a girl from a London council estate. Will she save the world from this nightmare before Christmas or see it destroyed? This is one of my favourite Doctor Who episodes. I do quite enjoy a Christmas special of Doctor Who, and this is this is the first one. This is the first Christmas special, and so holds a bit of a special place in my Whovian history. So obviously had to get this one. David Tennant is my Doctor. Just putting it out there. Oh, this is not in order. Oh, it's slightly not in order. Never mind. Timey-wimey. This is Rose. This is written by Russell T Davies. I'm a massive Russell T Davies fan. From Queer as Folk to Cucumber to Doctor Who, everything. I love Russell T Davies. Had to buy this. And this says, "Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life. In a lair somewhere beneath central London, a malevolent alien intelligence is plotting the end of humanity. Shop window dummies that can move and kill are taking up key positions, ready to strike. Rose Tyler, an ordinary Londoner, is working her shift in a department store, unaware that this is the most important day of her life. She's about to meet the only man who understands the true nature of the threat facing Earth, a stranger who will open her eyes to all the wonder and terror of the universe, a traveller in time and space known as the Doctor." So obviously the first episode of Doctor Who that I ever watched, Christopher Eccleston's Ninth Doctor, Rose Tyler, one of my favourite companions. This is her start as well. This was a no-brainer for me. I had to get this, and special. Very special. Love it. And two more guys, we're nearly there. This is Stephen Moffat's The Day of the Doctor, featuring all of the Doctors, but Matt Smith primarily. When the entire universe is at stake, 3 different Doctors will unite to save it. The 10th Doctor is hunting shape-shifting Zygons in Elizabethan England. The 11th is investigating a rift in space and time in the present day. And one other, the man they used to be but never speak of, is fighting the Daleks in the darkest days of the Time War. Driven by demons and despair, this battle-scarred Doctor is set to take a devastating decision that will threaten the survival of the entire universe. A decision that not even a Time Lord can take alone. On this day, the Doctor's different incarnations will come together to save the Earth, to save the universe, and to save his soul. So this is the novelisation of the 50th anniversary special of Doctor Who, which is up there with one of my favourite episodes and just favourite experiences of Doctor Who. I just adore it, and I do watch it quite regularly. So I'm very familiar with the story, and so this book begged to be bought, because it's one of my favourite episodes. And yeah, I don't know if you can see that picture, but this book has everything, all the Doctors. Daleks, Zygons, they bring it. And the last one of this binge of Doctor Who books is Twice Upon a Christmas by Paul Cornell. Lovely, lovely book. This is the 12th Doctor, the first Doctor, and Bill Potts, possibly one of my favourite companions. Well, she is one of my favourite. Is she my favourite? That's a whole other video. Still reeling from his encounter with the Cybermen, the first Doctor stumbles through the bitter Antarctic wind, resisting the approaching regeneration with all his strength. But as he fights his way through the snowdrifts, he comes across a familiar shape of a blue police box and a mysterious figure who introduces himself as the Doctor. Thrown together at their most vulnerable moments, the 2 Doctors must discover why the snowflakes are suspended in the sky, why a First World War captain has been lifted from his time stream moments before his death, and who is the mysterious glass woman who knows their true name. So this is the novelisation of the most recent Christmas special, Twice Upon a Christmas, with David Bradley guest starring as the First Doctor. And really, this is one of the reasons why I bought The 10th Planet, because that is the episode in which it slots into the First Doctor's timeline, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was a really lovely end to Peter Capaldi, who I do think is one of the most underrated Doctors of recent years. I do like him a lot, and Bill is one of my favourite characters. So I'm really looking forward to reading this and seeing what kind of extra insights are in this version of the story. Yeah, so that concludes my book haul for April, guys. It's a lot of books. It's a lot of paper on my bed right now. So yes, I'm really pleased with all those purchases, and I'm really looking forward to jumping into them. And yeah, so have you guys bought any books this month? Anything that you think I might like, please comment below. Or have you read any of these? Spoiler-free reviews would be much appreciated. And yeah, I hope you've had a good month, and happy reading, guys, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye. Jazz hands. I don't know why. I'm delirious. I'm just too excited for Westworld.